Red Nation, please welcome to center court Houston Rockets owner Leslie Alexander and the man of the hour, number 11, Yao Ming. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium longtime television voice of the Rockets, Mr. Bill Worrell.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Rockets fans and NBA fans from around the world, welcome to tonight's very special halftime celebration, the Yao Ming jersey retirement ceremony. Tonight we show our appreciation for one of the most important figures in NBA history, enshrining Yao's place in Rockets history forever as we retire the number 11 jersey in the rafters next to some of the greatest Rockets of all time. Let's take a moment now to acknowledge our distinguished guest with us tonight. Starting at my far left, a former assistant coach, general manager, and member of the Houston Rockets organization for nearly 40 years, Carroll Dawson. He was Yao's all-star teammate in 2003, Steve Francis. He's a 7-time All-Star and 2-time NBA scoring champion, one of Houston's most memorable athletes, Tracy McGrady. Recently inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2015, the second leading shot blocker in NBA history, Dikembe Mutombo. And we're so happy to welcome the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver. A member of the Houston Rockets 2000 All-Decade Team, Shane Battier. One of the greatest players in NBA history, Hall of Famer, #1 shot blocker of all time, the leader of 2 NBA championship teams, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. And finally, please welcome your owner of the Houston Rockets for the past 23 years, the only owner to bring this great city back-to-back world championships, Mr. Leslie Alexander. And now to my far right, Yao's longtime friend and colleague, Mr. Andy Yao. Yao's father, Yao Juruyuan. Yao's mother, the legendary Olympic star from China, Fang Fandi. Yao's daughter, Yao Ting Lei, but we know her in Houston as Amy because Amy was born here in the city of Houston. And Yao's wife and a great basketball player in her own right, Ye Li. And the man of the hour, Yao Ming. All right, he'll be back in a minute. Right now we have a few Rockets that would like to say a few words with us tonight, and we start with our good friend and former teammate with Yao, Shane Battier.
My good friend Yao, tonight is about thank you. Thank you for your humility. Thank you for your work ethic. Thank you for your humor. Thank you for your dominance. Thank you for making every coach, every player, every support staff, every fan that you came into contact better. You are a Hall of Famer in every sense of the word. Congratulations on your jersey retirement. We can't think of a better honoree, and thank you for allowing all of us to be part of your journey.
Thank you, Shane. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Alexander to center court.
This is a great moment in Rocket history to honor a man of such magnitude who's brought two nations together, has made the Rockets bigger than life, who was a great, great player, unfortunately whose career was cut short for all of us. We would have won many more championships if he had been around. I know most of you don't know him personally, but he's a lovely person. He's got a lovely wife and a lovely daughter, a great family. I wish he resided in Houston all year long so we could come to the games and we could be friendlier, but he doesn't. He's just a terrific guy. It's a great honor. It's a great privilege for us to honor Yao Ming.
Leslie, also on behalf of Leslie Alexander and the Rockets, we would like to present you, Yao, with this one-of-a-kind commissioned painting by a huge Rockets fan and season ticket holder. A beautiful picture where you look like you're getting ready to take on Shaq. You got that mean look on your face. And thanks, Leslie, in honor of Yao and everything he does to help the less fortunate, Mr. Alexander is going to make a $100,000 contribution to the Yao Ming Foundation to benefit educational and animal rights programs that are important to both Yao and Mr. Alexander. So thank you, Yao, for everything you do in that field, and thank you, Leslie. Born to two professional basketball players in Shanghai, China, Yao's destiny was seemingly determined at a very young age, demonstrating a deft touch and a brilliant eye for passing, all while towering over everyone he met. Yao Ming will always be remembered as the global pioneer who opened a completely new world of the NBA, but Yao also has left an indelible mark on the city of Houston and the Rockets organization. When Leslie Alexander won the top pick in the 2002 draft, he instantly knew that he would be drafting a franchise center and a future Hall of Famer. He knew that Yao would continue Houston's long line of legendary big men, carrying the torch for the greats like Elvin Hayes, Moses Malone, and the Dream. Yao went on to become an 8-time NBA All-Star. He averaged more than 19 points and 9 rebounds a game, and he shot 83% from the free throw line. There was no Hack-a-Yao when he played. But perhaps greater than his remarkable play on the court, competitive spirit, and international influence is the incredible character of the man himself. One of the most wonderful people that many of us on this floor tonight have ever had the pleasure of knowing. The incomparable, and I introduce you to the incomparable Yao Ming.
Thank you. Thank you, Rockets fans. Thank you. there's so many thanks I want to send to Rockets, to the city of Houston, the community, and to Les, who brought this together. Thank you for building this team and this community. Thank you very much. First of all, you know, it's during the Chinese New Year. I wish everybody happy Chinese New Year. 万事如意, which means make your wish come true. But when I'm walking this room, that I saw the numbers up there, almost there, that I know my first wish in my year is already gone because I wish I get a 10 days contract. But at this moment, I can't help myself by thinking back when I first met Rockets back to 1904, when NBA first time broadcasting in China. That's when Great Dream bring the championship cup back to Houston for the first time. I know many of you, or some of you today here, witnessed that moment. Just remember, there's a kids over 10,000 miles away see that too through the TV. That's where my dream started. Thank you for the memory. Thanks to my coaches, Rudy T, Jeff Van Gundy, and Rick Adamant. Their effort and their trust on me make me believe that come to Houston is my destination. And every time when we're ready for the game at that turnover, ready for getting to the court, you know, it's out there, there's so many unknowing. Maybe a victory, maybe a loss, maybe a career high, maybe a career ending. But no one doubt that we will run out there, fight for this city. Not only because we have the greatest teammate around us, and also we have the great fans here. We are very passionate and a young team 10 years ago. I believe the Kemba Matama will agree that. Back then, I was chasing Steve Francis and Katina Mobley in the transition, just like there's two mini tanks dragging a huge Boeing 777 plane on the airport. And after that, T-Mac come to town joining us. Thank you for being here. You know, there's so many unknowing there, but just remember, give the ball to him when there's 35 seconds left. But you know what I tell my neighbor after that night when I drove home? Because he turned off the TV minutes before the game was over. I tell him that, T-Mac and I scored 15 points in the last minutes to turn the game around. You know, back to locker room, Battier always have us to bet on the March Madness. And, you know, I'm not from NCAA, I don't know much about it. But luckily, I never win the what the hell I'm thinking award. You know how I did it because I just simply to copy Mr. President's answer from the TV. I mean, the last one, not this one. I don't know this one, how this one do it yet. When I just came to a town, Houston for me is no different than any other city in the United States. But when time passed by, all the faces become into memory. Friends, teammates, coaches, staffs, medias, and most important, fans. The fans like Miss and Mr. Sawyer family right there. The supporter for Rockets for over decades. Thank you. Remember this. The Houston from now on for me is not just a simply award, but every time when they mention it, your faces were in my memory, in my brain. I would like to share a story with everybody to conclude my speech. That's at my rookie season. About the same time during the year, that's my first Chinese New Year for me and my family spent overseas outside my country. Well, I've been tricked to a locker room in Compaq Center. All my teammates, CD, and coaching staff were waiting here. Steve, you there too, that wish me a Happy New Year. Every one of those. And give me those red envelopes, have a little bit of money in there that's according to our tradition in Chinese. Well, thanks for doing that to make me home over there in that year. But I checked the red envelope, there's only $2 in there. So I talked to CD, I said, CD, usually we put at least 10 in there instead of 2. And then CD come back to me and said, you know we have a salary cap, right? I still have one of those $2 bills in my pocket, and I cared since then. Because I know wherever I go and how far I go, as long as that bill in my pocket, the home is with me. Thank you. Thank you for the journey. Thank you.
All right, Red Nation, are you ready? Everybody up! It's time to solidify Yao's place in history of this storied franchise. Let's look to the rafters of Toyota Center to retire the number 11 forever. Let's count it down, fans. 3, 2, 1. Yao Ming! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight for this special occasion. Thank you, Les, for everything you do for this city. And thank all of you fans tonight. You're the greatest fans in the world.